Hey guys, I'm Gopo,
I'm your Gemma.
and we're taking on episode 3 of our mini-series Cybermon. So basically, last time I talked to you guys about pretty much, we're looking at, what did we talk about? Okay, I'm already forgetting.
Guilds.
Guilds, you're right, so
Bizarre.
Guilds and Bazaar. See, I have a very bad memory, but it's okay. Weird Jimmy's got my back also to pester me and annoy me and all that other good stuff. Anyways, so today I promised you guys that I would take you to a boss battle. So, but before we do that, because I know you guys want to do that, but before we do that, I do have to just mention one other thing. I'm hoping by some point in this video, we can do a VS Arena so I can actually show you that. If not, then I promise you next time in the next episode, I will be doing VS Arena. The reason why I don't want to cut this, though, is because I don't really have the necessary time, and also excuse for the Facebook message. I will be getting a series of Facebook messages throughout this video because of the amount of people that have started to ask me questions and that sort of thing, as well as just personal friends as well. So, without further ado, let's enter into our adventure. Alright, so this is Temple of God, and this is floor 50 of 100. Like I mentioned in the very first video, you only can get to this if you get to level 70. So there's a whole bunch of other things that you have to do before you get here. However, let's just get on with the battle itself. I'm sure you guys want to see this battle for a while. So, for sure, I'm going to lose this battle. I have no doubt about it in my mind, because it's an epic boss, and it's definitely with a lot of health. So, let's take a look. It's right now very laggy, but that's fine, because I'm going to speed it up. We're going to show you one battle, and then I'll skip a lot of battles, so that way we can get on with the actual fight and see if we can actually beat it. So for the most part, usually you'd skip fights. You wouldn't actually watch them, mainly because they take a while. But for this one, I'm going to show you a fight, so that way we get an idea, a sense or an idea of how this boss battle is going to be. Yeah, so definitely going to have to play this more than once. Heaven's Wrath. Oh boy. That's scary. So my Arachne made it.
Congratulations, you win.
So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a lot of skipping of the fights, so that way we can actually get through it. No point to, you know, push this too far. I might not actually even finish this with you guys, and I'll show you probably the ending of it another time, only because this could take a while. Then what I suggest, though, guys, which I'm not doing, but I should be doing, is I should be actually placing a bird in order to avoid killing all of the minions. However, because if you kill all the minions, he revives them all, which means that you have to get through all of them again. However, if you have one or two left, then in that case, none of them stay. So actually, let's do that, actually. Instead of me just talking about it, let's just do that, because right now, it seems like I'm just going to constantly be bothering myself, and I don't want to do that anymore. It's just not doing me any good. So let's go to my summons. Let's go and find a very weak little guy that can barely do anything. Let's say... I need a level 1. Alright. Should I do a baby mushroom? I'm feeling baby mushroom.
Mushroom.
You feeling baby mushroom?
There's not mushroom in the place I'm sitting.
Alright.
All okay.
It's all ogre now, right, guys? It's all ogre. Okay, so let's go to formation, and let's actually fix that up. Because the way that we're doing this now, I will not be able to do anything. Really don't want to do that, but I'm gonna have to change them, and I'll send in the baby mushroom. Okay, so what this will do is it's gonna allow me to actually beat this guy, because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna show you right now, so you guys get a little glimpse of why I did this. with having a baby mushroom there, and again, I must apologize for the lag, but the lag is inevitable at this point since it's really late at this time, and I didn't get to making videos until this time because I was quite, well, really busy. So,
And also, our internet provider has a very weird name. So.
yes, so that too. So we have to make do with what we have. However, I can assure you, if we were doing this during the day, as we should have done, but we were busy, of course, we couldn't have done today, we would have, and it would have been much faster. But as you can see, we are not going to be destroying all the Valkyries, which is good, because that means, although he's going to most likely kill most of my guys, he still has 2 left, and that means those 2 are only going to stay. So, as we're going to show now, only 2 are going to remain, and the boss himself. If that happens, then the rest of this is pretty much just easy sailing.
Also, up there at the top, there's these little messages. And they're just something that you can look at for fun.
See, as you can see, only the 2 are here, which is good because it just makes it easier for us to actually deal with the main boss in that case. So, forevermore, he's going to be attacking us, and we're going to do the utmost minimal damage ever, which is fine, because now we're actually doing more damage. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Oh, Arachne, why did you do that to me? Alright, so, as it turns out, we're going to have to do more than just that. We're going to have to take away 2 to actually deal with this monstrosity. So, I'm going to have to change where I put my Arachne, and I'll have to put someone else in place. I really don't want to do that. I don't have any choice. I did get some good damage, but that was not enough. So I'm going to have to re-edit that. That sucks. Oh well. We all have to learn from it, right? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make... There we go. Another baby mushroom.
Baby.
Alright. So, here we go. I'm going to now put the formation. And what's going to happen is we're going to have... So I'm going to remove this. So let's add our creature. Don't worry, I'm going to bring back what has been lost. Let's change him to the Arachne Queen. I'm going to remove this one and remove this one. And I'm going to actually switch their placements. This way I won't have to deal with losing my Mystic Moth so soon in the fight. At the same time, however, I'm going to have to deal with the fact that my Arachne Queen is going to be getting demolished pretty quickly in the game. Alright, so, without further ado, let's try this again. So I'm going to show you the next 2 fights. Hopefully this time it works. Anything else we need to talk about? Alright, so obviously some people don't... So basically in our house we don't really have much privacy. So I'm a little bit annoyed. That's what the pause was for. Because I made it very specific that I needed silence, and they entered anyways, which kind of defeats the purpose of it. Anyways, we're going to use it just as it is, whatever. I'm not editing this out. You guys now know, whatever. Just, it's kind of unfortunate considering the fact that I did ask for privacy and it's not being delivered. But otherwise, looking at what's being done here, we have pretty much everything we need. Alright, so hopefully we won't destroy the 2 other Valkyries. which means we'll be okay. So I'll show you now. All right. Oh, my bad. Sorry, guys. Let me try that again. I jumped to conclusions way too soon.
Also, down there in the left bottom corner, there's gonna be these, like, 2 cycles. That's basically just weaknesses.
So basically, another thing that we should talk about is the weakness and resistance of each character, well, class actually. So, as you can obviously tell, fire is good against water, water is good against grass, and grass is good against fire.
It's the opposite. You said fire's good against water, water's good against grass, and grass is good against fire.
Wow. I feel so dumb. Yeah, okay, so, as I said, but backwards, fire's good against grass, grass is good against water, and water is good against fire. Don't take my word for whatever I say. But, now, what actually I did mean to get to was the next cycle, which is what we have the 3 cycles, my bad, dark, light, and
all 3 types.
All 3 types. All 3 types basically meaning that each individually has a weakness to one specific type other than the 3 types itself. So, light is good against dark. Dark is good against all the 3 other types, and all the 3 other types are strong against light. So, which means that light's only specific advantage is when versing a dark creature. However, dark creatures have a specific advantage against basically almost every other type in the game. So for people that are running dark creatures, if you run into someone that has a light team, you're in for a lot of trouble. However, you will have the majority advantage throughout the entire game, which kind of makes it, I guess, fairly obvious that maybe using dark creatures is the most appropriate thing to do. However, I guess it also depends on your creatures and your types. I'm just doing this on an objective standpoint. I'm not doing this based upon which creatures you get depending on which type they are. Because I'm sure there are specific types only for specific type of creatures where darks don't actually get to be part of that creature. So I know for Mystic Moth, I don't think she's ever going to be a dark type. I have not seen a dark type Mystic Moth. So I'm assuming for her specifically, you can only find fire, water, and grass. However, there are specific other ones. So, that was basically this. Next time we go through this, I'm going to show you him defeated. I'm sorry, guys, that I didn't get to do that. And I'm sorry for also the interruption. So we're not going to be doing the VS Arena today, which is unfortunate. However, what we will be doing is we're going to be taking a look at... a little bit of things that I guess we maybe didn't talk about that we should have talked about pertaining to the guild itself. Alright, so let's go to guild storage. And here is what I want to talk to you guys about, which I never talked about. Core Striker, Attack Breaker, and HP Deleter. So I showed you guys Guild Wars. And Guild Wars had 3 specific cores. It had an HP core, it had an attack core, and it had
main core.
Main core. Yeah. Now, the HP core had to be attacked by the HP Deleter.
It doesn't have to, but you do extra damage.
You do you're very effective damage, actually. Because otherwise, I don't think you do any damage to it with the other types. From what I remember seeing. Attack Breaker is good against dealing with the attack core. And that allows you to reduce your opponent's attack power during the entire Guild War fight. So with the HP Deleter, you reduce the amount of health they have. Attack Breaker reduces the amount of attack they have. And then the Core Striker allows you to effectively damage their main core, which allows you to do more damage, thus allowing you to destroy their guild a lot quicker. However, to do all this, you need to coordinate with your team, and you have to know who is going first and what they're going to do, what's their objective in this entire fight, and from there, you will figure out what you can do. For stronger guilds, this might not even be the case, since they can do whatever they really want, and they can really demolish anybody, or almost anybody, because of the amount of items they have, or the strength of their actual teams. Because from what I've been seeing, the higher guilds, the very big high guilds, they have all rank 9s or even rank 10s, which puts them at the top of this game. For me, I only have one rank 8 so far, a whole bunch of rank 6s, some rank 7s as well, but I'm getting there. It's not out of my reach. As for Weird Jimmy, I believe the most he has is rank 6s, but he will soon get up there. He just needs to not waste his time doing other things.
I like doing other things, so.
Well, I do other things too, but still. We sound like such terrible, lazy people. It's good, though, guys. It's good. It's all good. We know that feel. Of course, we are also busy most of the time, actually, so the amount of things that we can cover and the amount of things we can do is very limited, of course. Last thing I want to talk to you guys, before we go, is EVO. The evolution process. And I must stress about this, because the thing that this game never talks about, which a lot of you beginners, and even people that have been playing this game for a while, had to learn on your own, is EVO points. How to get EVO points. Now, I'm not even sure Weird Jimmy knows how to.
No.
So, I will now explain this for you guys and Weird Jimmy, so that way he can understand the EVO point process. Now, it doesn't matter for which EVO you get, or EVO you do. I mean, it only depends depending on the specificness of which one you've been doing. So, let's say I want to put this guy and this guy together. So I have an absolute EVO item, so I'm allowed to use it if I want to. So that would mean that I get 100% success of evolution, but I say no. So let's say I put these two and I want to fuse them together to make my mountain golem. Of course, I'm not going to do that now. I don't want to. However, what this does is if this fails, in that case, I add points to my EVO points in order for, after a couple of fails, once I failed enough, it will get to 100. Once it gets to 100 from all the failures, regardless do you save it when monster turns or not, you will get 100% EVO at one point, which means that the next time you do it with that specific 6-star level, you will get a definite fusion, or a definite evolution. Once that happens, you have your creature, and there is no questions asked, nothing of that sort. You got it. That is basically evolution. If you don't have EVO, like the actual item, that's not bad. It's okay. Most people don't have that at the beginning. I got mine through a reward system. You can too. It might take a while. It might be hard, but that's the sort of thing that we have. I want to talk about this in this video because it's never mentioned in the entire game. You have to figure it out on your own. I had to figure it out on my own.
Also, there's something called best stats. You have to upgrade both monsters that you're evolving with to their max level, and then evolve them successfully to get best stats. If you don't, you have not best stats.
Which doesn't really affect you if the stats are not very, very different. Like, if the level is not very, very different in terms of, like, how high it is. So let's say you have, like, a level 59 and a level 60, and then you fuse those together. It won't affect you too much. However, the better the stats, well, the better the creature is. So that's the sort of thing. And it does accumulate as you keep on evolving them together and together again and again. So my suggestion is raise them all to the max, then fuse them together. And that's how you're going to get the utmost best creatures. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. As I said before, we're going to be making videos, or if I haven't said this before, we're going to be making videos every Sunday. So it's going to be posted every Sunday, and you guys will be able to view it from every Sunday. Only one video a week so far, until we can actually have more time to do more. Because of other things, of course. We have busy lives, and you guys have busy lives, I'm sure, but we especially cannot do more than one video for now. But in the future, we do plan on making at least 2 videos a week. So, and maybe even another couple of games while we're at it. But we do promise for each game we won't stop making a video for each one. So we won't be pushing back on any of them. If we do, it will be from a legitimate reason. Otherwise, we'll be very committed to actually making more videos.
Also, if you have a suggestion on a game that we could play, just put it in the comments.
Below, yeah, exactly. Anyways, so I'm Gopo Gopo.
I'm Weird Jenna.
And we want you Munchkin Bros to keep on watching our videos and to enjoy them. Hope you enjoyed this one, and we hope to see you next week.
Bye!